Right, morning everyone, me Sam from Trains More about an overall. You join me at Manchester Piccadilly Station. Yes, we're back in Manchester. I've actually not been here for a few months, but we're actually going to be doing a few diverts around the Greater Manchester area. It is the area made bank holiday. The line via Acton Bridge is shut for engineering work, so everything's coming through Manchester, Avanti wise. Except from the services that run via Birmingham, they're running between Milton Keynes and Crewe via Birmingham. The Avantis to Manchester only every hour via Stoke-on-Trent, and also the trains to Preston, they're not going to Scotland because there's engineering work in Glasgow. They're the ones we're seeing because they're being diverted via Bolton. So we're definitely going to go to Bolton, and also unfortunately the Edinburgh services are starting / terminating at Preston. So it's just the Avantis through Bolton where you do get a bit of extra traffic. I might do Bolton. I was going to do Salford Crescent, but I might not have time now because there was some overhead line issues in the Stoke-on-Trent area this morning. My train was going to be diverted via Crewe, however, when we got to Stafford, they then announced, no, we're going back via Stoke-on-Trent. So I got in about 18 minutes late because of the mishap. But anyway, we're going to find my train. I think the next one to Bolton now is the 9:50 Bow and Furnace service, and we're going to go to Bolton first, film some diverts through there for maybe about half an hour to an hour, and then afterwards I might do Chorley because the ticket I bought so I can jump out at quite a lot of the stations, and also so I can get food. I've just got a Greater Manchester Wayfarer, not the Day Ranger, Wayfarer, because that extends up to Chorley, and I might do Chorley as well. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on and go down to platform 14 for my train to Bolton first of all. Yeah, that's my train first. Bow and Furnace, 9:50. But obviously I'm not going all the way to Bow and Furnace. My ticket don't even go there. I'm going to Bolton. Also just stop at Chorley as well. I'll bear that in mind.
Bolton service, Barrow Finesse. Go for Bolton,
Right.
Preston, and Lancaster. Please step back, find the midline, allow all customers to light the train.
Bolton, there we go. 195 133.
If you're leaving the train here, please retain all tickets as you may need them to exit the station.
Right, leaving now is 195 133. On the 10:08 Northern Thursday Bow and Furnace via Lancaster from Manchester Airport. Right here then folks, now made it to the first station of the day. This is Bolton, managed by Northern with 5 platforms. You also get TPE stopping here to pick up and drop off only on their Scotland services, which are only going to Edinburgh today anyway because the line towards Glasgow shut. Now, going to be here for about, I don't know, about half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then you'll be off to the next station, which will be either Chorley or Horwich Parkway. I've not actually decided yet. And yeah, this station's giving me mini Stockport vibes, to be honest with you. And I've never actually been to this station before, so I've passed through on the train quite a few times, but never actually got out, so Bolton, tick. Anyway, let's see what shall we get here. Including some of them Avanti Diverts. Right, it's 15124 on the 1018 Northern Service to Rochdale via Manchester Victoria. Or the 156 from the back. Not sure what the 156 is. Jesus, with its squeaky wheels. 156412. Right, there's that 1032 Northern Service to Southport from Stadebridge. It's a 769, but I can't tell which one from here. Problem is, I've got to be on this end of the station because there's an annoying curve that goes round, and this side's got the best views. And coming in now is the 1038 Transparent Express service to Edinburgh from Manchester Airport. 802 211. Driver slowed down for me. I'm joking. I just up the station. Just get that sound for you guys on the camera. Right, passing through now for Avanti West Coast is going to be a diverted service from Preston to Milton Keynes Central. £391.51. Unnamed soldier. Someone's waving, so I thought I'd wave back. Right, here's my ride over to Horwich Parkway we're going to next. Right, leaving now is the 11:35 Northern service to Blackpool North from Manchester Airport. Well, no, 331022 and 331011, I believe. Right then. Now made it to the next station today. This is Horwich Parkway, managed by Northern with 2 platforms. And this station actually looks like a newer one, like it was built afterwards. You can change here for, there's like a massive retail park, Tesco and Asda, about 5-10 minute walk that way. And also for Bolton Wanderers football ground. Now, I'm not a Bolton fan, but I might actually see if we can have those at the ground, because honestly I don't really mind. I don't mind Bolton. I think they're actually quite a good football team, even though they play in I think it's League One. They think they were in the top flight for like many years, I think, but they've struggled in recent years in League One. They reminded me a bit of like Coventry a few years ago, because we were out the Championship for 8 years. We were between 2012 and 2020. And obviously now we're in the Championship, hoping for promotion to the Premier League, the first time in 24 years. But anyway, enough of that. Here for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to be off to the next station, which will be Chorley. I'm not doing Rodstock, and what was the other one? Addington, Lancashire. Now, my Wayfarer goes as far as Chorley anyway. Let's have a nosy around this station. I'm also here for the Avanti Diverts. Well, I think I found it. Tough Sheet Community Stadium, that's what they call it, home to Bolton Wanderers. I forget, it's got quite a big stadium. Not sure how many it would hold. Maybe 25,000? I'm not here on a match day, by the way. The season's over for League One. I'm not sure if they stop any additional trains here on match days, to be honest with you. But yeah, when the retail park is just behind the arena. I keep calling it arena, stadium. So we have a secret little sign gate into the station, which I think it might be like maybe if like a queuing system to get into the station on match days. Because that's quite a good idea actually, having a little side gate entrance. Right, passing through now for Transparent Express is going to be a service running from Manchester Airport to Carlisle. $397,013. You're a bit late with that announcement, love. The train's actually passing just as you're saying the announcement. You need it to be 30 seconds earlier. Right, Joe, passing through now is an Avanti West Coast on divert from Blackpool North to Milton Keynes Central. $391.04. Right, here's my ride to Chorley. Getting on another 195. 195 111. Working. Thought they weren't going to let me off at first. I'm going to say, but it only goes to bloody Chorley, not bloody Preston. Yeah, right now I made it to the. This probably might be the penultimate station. I might do one more station after this. But this is Chorley, managed by Northern with 2 platforms. Now I'm going to be here for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we're going to be going back into Manchester. Now, I was going to get lunch here, but I might go to Greg's in Manchester. I might instead and get lunch there, because to be honest with you, I don't actually really know my way around Chorley, and I don't really want to be walking around trying to find somewhere where I don't really know. So yeah, I'm going to go back to Manchester and grab something in Manchester. So we're going to be about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're almost to the next station, which I might do Manchester Oxford Road. I might do Stockport. I haven't decided yet, but it'll be one of them two. Right, here comes the 12:30 all Northern service to Manchester Airport from Blackpool North. I'm not sure what this is connected to. Bear with me. 331015. Didn't we see this one earlier? Right, passing through is a transparent express running from Edinburgh to Manchester Airport. 397006. That's 397006 if you didn't hear me. Right, we have a passing Avanti West Coast service on divert running from Milton Keynes Central to Preston. 390107. Right, here's my ride back into Manchester. Looks like it's going to be busy. Right, we're getting on 195114. Right, at Manchester Piccadilly now for some late lunch. It's like 2 o'clock now. Oh shit, just dropped my lunch. We've got time for one more station, or maybe 1.5 stations. But after this we're going to go film Manchester Oxford Road, even though there's no Transport for Wales there today because they're obviously doing work in Warrington Bank Quay. We're still going to get literally everything else, including the Avanti Diverts. So we're going to do Ocky Road, but we also might do maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe at Manchester Piccadilly, depend on platforms 13 and 14. We'll just have to see if I get approached by any staff to tell me off. Manchester Oxford Road is fine, I've never been told off before there, but there's people saying you can be in trouble for filming Manchester Piccadilly, so we'll test the theory out. Right, Manchester Piccadilly is a network railway station. We've got 14 platforms. Obviously you get Avanti, Cross Country, Transport for Wales, Northern and East Midlands Railway. I think that's it. Now let's see how much footage I can film before someone tells me off. We'll start in a minute. This 323's already left. Also, the Pride's due. Progress. And that's going to come through 14. Right, kick things off. There's a Transport for Wales 197. Now, I think this is terminating just off Crewe because they've been having some fire in between Newport, South Wales and Cardiff Central. 197 116. Yeah, unfortunately not going to get any Transport for Wales at Oxford Road, so I may as well film it here at Piccadilly. Well, leaving now is the 1436 Northern service to Crewe, 323206. As 158889 arrives on the delayed 1437 East Midlands Road service to Liverpool Line Street from Norwich. That is connected to 15887777. And then we just had 331024 leave on service to Rose Hill Marple. All over the place now. Right, there's 15146 departing on the slightly delayed 1451 Northern service to Boxton via Stockport from Manchester Piccadilly.
This is your 1451 Transfer and Express service to Manchester Airport. Calling back Manchester Airport only.
Right, leaving now is 185 144 on the 1451 Transparent Express service to Manchester Airport only from Redcar Central. 185 144 and 185 123. And then we spin round for the delayed 1454 Northern service to Liverpool Line Street from Manchester Airport, 331103. But we have a terminated cross-country service, and I think this is just terminated off of Birmingham New Street. I think that they're doing some engineering works on the Bristol line. 22015 is terminated here at Manchester Piccadilly off Birmingham New Street.
Attention any passengers travelling to London Euston from Saturday the 3rd of May to Monday the 5th of May. Please be advised.
Right, passing through on a diverted Avanti West Coast service to Preston from London Milton Keynes Central. Progress 39119. Right, arriving in now is grid 1524 Transparent Express service to Manchester Airport from Edinburgh Waverley. 397002, and then 397010 is leaving on the 1524 Transparent Express service to Carlisle from Manchester Airport. Right then folks, now made it to the next station of the day. This is Manchester Oxford Road. It has got 5 platforms, although platform 1 never really gets used. And you also get the same operations you get at Manchester Oxford Road, except from you don't get Avanti and also Transport for Wales aren't stopping here today. So it's Northern and TPE and East Midlands Railway. Now I'm going to be here for about an hour. Then we're going to go back to Piccadilly to jump on my train back home. Yeah, let's crack on with some filming here at Manchester Oxford Road. I prefer this one just slightly over Piccadilly, to be honest with you. Also, you get the Southport services terminating here. That's that one behind me. Right, as the Blackpool North train gets ready to depart, here comes 158, 854 on the 1537 East Midlands Road service to Norwich via Nottingham. Right, that Blackpool Northern 331022. Back of this 158 is 158862 on Norwich, and then spin around again, do a 360. 331010 is on the back of the Blackpool Northern service. Right, 390151 is leaving on a diverted Avanti West Coast service to Blackpool North from Milton Keynes Central. Then here comes the slightly delayed 1551 Transparent Express service to Manchester Airport from Redcar Central, which is 185104. Back of this is 185102. But this goes Piccadilly, this TPE again, so we'll get on this to Manchester Piccadilly. Jesus Christ.